Hi, I'm Dr. Janae Devika. I am a family nurse practitioner, and I'm also a holistic healer. I'm an herbalist, and I work with essential oils and body work and energy work. And I've been on a lifelong quest to find healing tools that I can use to heal myself and other people. And I met Ileana a few weeks ago at a business mastermind, and she was singing a song. And as she sang, I felt I had a pain in my neck from a car accident. And as she sang, I felt that pain in my neck completely disappear with the beauty of this music she was singing. And it brought me to tears like instantly. And I remember thinking like, oh my gosh, I've heard of shamans and healers using music to heal themselves and others as part of their healing modality, but I've never experienced it before. And in that moment when I experienced hearing and feeling the sound of her voice and her drum and having that pain disappear out of my neck, I knew instantly I need to learn how to do that. I want to learn how to do that and make that part of my healing practice. So what brought me to Ileana was this big question: can I use music to heal my body and to use as a healing modality for my patients? As soon as I had this experience with Ileana, I knew that I wanted to work with her. So I remember contacting her and telling her, like, I want to do your thing, how do I do it? And she offered me an extended retreat. And as she was offering it to me, I really felt inside myself like, I know for sure I want to work with her, and this extended retreat isn't really what I'm looking for. And this was such an amazing opportunity for me to like feel into my personal power and my personal truth and ask for what I wanted. The things I learned with Ileana happened before I ever signed up with her. And I remember part of me wanted to just say, well, thanks, but no thanks, and just kind of disappear. But there was this deep part of me that knew what I wanted. And so it took a little bit of courage, but I remember calling her back and saying, I'm a no for the thing that you offered me, and here's what I would really want. Is there something we can work out? And me having the courage to listen to myself and then ask for exactly what I wanted gave us the opportunity to create this retreat package for me that was so perfect. It was more perfect than anything I could have imagined. And it was because I trusted myself and gave myself permission to ask for what I really wanted. My private retreat with Ileana at her amazing penthouse flat in Los Angeles was so amazing. I didn't know what to expect before I got here, but I knocked on the door, and as I was before I even walked in, I smelled this delicious food cooking, wafting underneath the door. And she opened up the door and just, Janae, welcome. And from that very first second, I just felt so loved and so welcomed. And she brought me into this beautiful place and showed me my beautiful room and gave me a gift of this beautiful book. And within 10 minutes of being here, I just felt like I'd been so pampered and so spoiled. It was amazing. And part of this retreat was learning how to receive. So it was so beautiful to like have all these opportunities to receive love and receive gifts and receive hospitality over and over again. And what I really value about this retreat more than anything else was the opportunity I had to spend one-on-one time with Ileana and really get to learn from her in a way that was tailored to me. It wasn't like I was in a class and learning with the class. Like, I got to ask my questions, and I got to work on my personal situation with her one-on-one, and it was amazing. When I decided to come to this retreat, I had some intentions, and my first intention was that I wanted to learn how to use my voice as medicine for myself and others. And my second intention was that I wanted to be able to empower myself to bring abundance into my life, specifically financial abundance, in the way that I can make money and have abundant finances. And as we worked through my intentions during my retreat, it was such an incredible process. I came up against a bunch of brick walls, and I remember just getting so frustrated with why am I not getting this? Why can't I learn this? And Ileana just treated me with such compassion and such generosity. And I remember just being so grateful for the way she held a space where I could show up however I wanted. I could show up however I was. I could show up crying. I could show up frustrated. I could show up knowing. I could show up not knowing. And she held the space for me to just be me, without judgment, without criticism, and without any expectation of me being something else. And having that space to learn in really opened me up and gave me the opportunity to grow in ways that I've never been able to grow before. I've worked with other mentors before and other health practitioners, and in the past, my experience has been when I hit that wall and I just get frustrated, the person I'm working with kind of just goes like, I've given you all I can, I've got nothing left for you, see you later. And part of me was really afraid that when I was hitting up against my wall and getting frustrated, that Ileana was going to do the same thing. That was just my conditioning. And I tell you what, she did the opposite. She just leaned into me and she held me in such a safe spot. And then I remember going to bed one night and just thinking like, I guess this just isn't gonna work. I guess I'm not gonna learn what I need to learn. And woke up the next morning and there Ileana was with this big smile on her face, like, you've got this, girl. I know this is gonna happen. And she stuck with me through all that rough time until I had my breakthrough. And my breakthrough wasn't just that I left the retreat having embodied the ability to heal my body and with music and with my voice and being able to take that out to the world. Yes, I got that, but what else I got that was even more valuable than that was I had a mentor who knew what I needed and who stuck with me through all the hard times and then helped me reemerge out the other side, totally victorious, totally empowered, and able to trust myself and mentors in general. Like from now on, I'm going to be a completely different person and approach learning in a completely different way because of the way Ileana handled me. My fear about this retreat was that I would, pay for the retreat, spend all my money on this retreat, and then come here and not leave with the thing that my heart was calling for. That was a big fear. And then while I was here, my fear was that I would come up against my wall and I would either give up on myself or Ileana would give up on me, and that I would leave disappointed. I think those were my biggest fears. I knew I wasn't going to give up on myself, but there was a certain point when I was getting really discouraged and really frustrated, and I just thought to myself, well, maybe I'm not ready for this yet. Maybe this is just too advanced for me. And Ileana just taught me in a way that I was able to receive it and learn it, and I came out the other end like so empowered, knowing that I could trust myself, knowing that when I trusted myself in the beginning, like when I heard Ileana's voice, I knew that was something that I wanted to learn, that she had something I wanted to know. When I signed up for this course, I knew that it was going to be worth every penny that I spent to come to this retreat. And while I was here, I knew that no matter how hard it seemed, I could do it, and I could leave this retreat with the thing that I desired the most, which was the embodiment of how to use music as medicine. And when I kept coming up against all the hard spots, and every time that I thought, oh, I can't do this, maybe I'm not good enough, maybe it's not gonna work, Ileana taught me and held me and worked with me in a way that all of those fears were overcome. And by the end of my retreat, not only were all those fears completely obliterated, but I feel stronger and I feel more confident in myself that now, because I trusted myself in all those places and because I made it through the other side, next time I can trust myself for even bigger stuff. Beautiful. If you're considering doing a retreat with Ileana and you don't know if you should or if it's the thing for you, I would go into the silence and the stillness inside of yourself and just ask your heart and your soul, is this for me? And if the answer is yes, go for it. You'll know. You'll know. Your heart will tell you the answer. I had a beautiful room with a beautiful view and beautiful lighting. So all around me, I was able to receive the gifts of a really comfortable space and a beautiful view and delicious food. And yeah, being here in this space with Ileana was amazing because I had freedom to connect with Ileana and be social, but I also had freedom to have my privacy, which was really nice. And more than anything else, I just felt doted upon. Ileana is an amazing hostess. Made me feel so at home and so comfortable and so loved and so pampered. And so it was a beautiful space with a beautiful hostess, and I couldn't have been more comfortable. So I was talking to my partner, explaining why I was so sad, and he said, what is it? Is it just that it's all smoke and mirrors? Is she not the real deal? And I said, no, she's absolutely the real deal. I just feel like I'm not smart enough, or I'm not good enough, or I'm not getting it for some reason. And yeah, in that moment, I just felt like maybe I can't do this. But over the next morning and over the next few hours, Ileana really guided me through the process of, claiming my power and being able to embody the things that I had learned in a way so that I had it, so that that was my new home, so that using my voice as medicine was my new normal. Okay, here's my journal, and in my journal I wrote my intentions for this retreat, and I just want to share intention number 7 with you. I want to leave this retreat feeling like my investment was beyond worth it. And what I meant by that was I wanted to leave here feeling like I got that priceless aha moment that I would pay $1 bazillion for if I could. And I definitely got my money's worth. I learned what I came to learn. I learned how to use my voice and use sound to heal myself and to heal others. I left with practices that can help me continue to be more and more empowered. I left with a success plan to help me with my finances. But the thing that I left with that was completely priceless, that there's no way I could ever pay for this, was I left with a new belief system. And my new belief system included, I can have a mentor who will stick with me and help me overcome my hurdles, and who will believe in me as much as I believe in myself. I've never had that before, and I got that at this retreat. The other thing that I left here with that was priceless was I left with a new ability to trust myself at a higher level. When I first came here, I wondered, there was a part of me that wondered, am I in the right place, doing the right thing with the right person? Is this going to be worth it? And as Ileana helped me work through all my struggles and coming up against my brick walls, and every time that she didn't leave me, every time that she stuck with me and she trusted me as much as I trusted myself, she helped me get over all of those hurdles. And I left here knowing I trusted myself. I made the right choice about Ileana. I made the right choice about me. I made the right choice in believing in myself. And now I can leave the retreat trusting myself on bigger and better things, and that is priceless. Knowing that I'm not alone, that I can have a mentor who believes in me and trusts in me and will help me through whatever, and trusting in myself and increasing my capacity to trust myself even more in the future. There's no price I can put on that. That is worth $10 bazillion and more. Ileana teaches different ways of using your voice for empowerment. One of those ways is by singing and toning. Another way is by speaking up for yourself and speaking your truth, and even listening to your truth and hearing your truth. So this immersion is for a woman who is at the threshold of her greatness and who wants to learn how to use her voice and her truth to empower herself, empower all those around her, and bring massive abundance into her life. Hi!
Welcome to your voice, your feminine power private immersion retreat. I'm so excited.
I'm so excited.
Welcome. Why don't
too.
you come in?
Thank you. Ooh, look at this place.
Can you see the Hollywood sign there?
Oh my gosh, hang on. Ooh, look at that. Oh my gosh, what a great view. Look at that, the Hollywood sign. Wow.
Unobstructed view.
So pretty.
Yeah, welcome.
Thank you so much. Wow, gorgeous place. Really excited to be here.
Yeah, I'm so excited you're here. Do you want to see around?
Yeah, yeah.
Let's do that, and then we'll come for some nice refreshment.
Okay.
Now you're going into the inner sanctuary. This is your room.
Oh, look at that. Wow.
There's your room. And like you've got a view of the Hollywood sign
Beautiful.
here.
Oh my gosh, it's so bright in here.
Oh yeah, and the light in the
Wow.
morning. Oh my God. It's so beautiful.
Look at that view.
And now you can't see it. Well, because we're still during the daytime too, but when there's a full moon,
Mm-hmm.
you could come, here's the bathroom, and you can take a bath to the light
Of the moon. Oh my gosh. So pretty.
That's downtown LA.
Awesome. Wow, it's worth it just for the
I
view. Love it. Wow, I feel pampered already.
And what I love is in the morning,
Mhm.
I love to meditate here. There's a golden
Ah.
light here in the morning, and you sit there. On one side you have the Hollywood sign, other side you have downtown Los Angeles. And most important, that when you sit like that, for me at least, I see whatever it is that I'm meant to see inside myself.
Mm.
By being in such comfort.
Mm.
So I'm
Aw.
really looking forward to you having that experience
Thank
too.
you. Thank you for sharing your beautiful home with me, and thank you for sharing this beautiful retreat with me.
You're welcome.